Good morning and welcome to Money Wisdom, sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Jillian Andrews. We are teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and joining us now with expert advice is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner and senior partner at Johnson Brunetti. Thanks for being here.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Today's topic is understanding your retirement goals, and in order to get to this place, you do need to kind of think about some things before you get to retirement. The first question we have is, what are your dreams and goals for retirement?
I think that's great. You know, a lot of times people in approaching retirement, or, you know, not to get deep on it, but life in general, it's all of the negative about taxes and health and death and, you know, but let's talk about the fun stuff. Let's talk about the dreams. Let's talk about why you retiring, whatever that is. I mean, it's about you, and if there's two of you, you know, what do you want to do? And because people are apprehensive about retiring. What am I going to do with all this time? And then you talk to the retiree and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm so busy. I don't know how I had time to do any of this stuff when I was working. So I love having those conversations with people about what do you want? Let's make sure you do that stuff, because, you know, at some point you won't be able to. So let's talk about it when you can.
Sure, and to build off of that, another question is if people are considering part-time work.
Yeah, I know tons. I mean, we talk to retirees all day, every day, but I know tons of people that are working in retirement and love it, or you're getting involved in your community, and people are like, I didn't work all these years to continue to, and it's not. People like it. It's a very different thing where you're working because you want to work as opposed to have to work. And I've talked about it before, all these important roles within a community that require really skilled, really smart, dedicated, passionate people who don't need to get paid. You know, like I talk about Durham a lot. I grew up there. Like, look at the Durham Fair. Like, that does not exist, and it means a lot to me without these wonderful volunteers doing that stuff. So and people, you know, adding value, doing great things. A lot of people, that's their favorite job, is the one they get in retirement.
Sure, and another thing to consider is whether or not people are planning on moving or traveling in retirement.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, that's what they're looking to do. Like, my parents just went on a trip. They were gone for a couple of weeks. They were on a bus. They were going through all these national parks, and it just sounds amazing, and it looks amazing. And you can't really do that if you're working. Like, you know, hey boss, I'll be back in a month. And they're like, what? So, or, you know, some people don't want to travel. They just want to spend more time at home. And a lot of people talk about moving, because I love Connecticut. Most of us love Connecticut, but, you know, it's just about the worst state to retire in if you're looking at cost of living, if you're looking at taxation, and, you know, maybe it snows again. So talk about that stuff and think about, why am I going to move? Because the things that keep people here is not cost of living. It's community, church, family, grandkids, all that. So think about what you want before you make a decision that you can't undo.
Sure, and lastly, of course, in order to make this all a reality, you need to have a financial plan in place.
Yeah, all this stuff costs money. So no one's sitting there thinking, can I retire and am I going to be good for a couple years? Like, if you're unsure of that, you can't retire. But, you know, every day there's articles, people are living longer, and healthcare, and that's all great. But, like, that's all going to cost you money, and something needs to be growing. Like, we were just talking about Social Security, and Social Security's gone up, and that's great. But the cost of everything has gone up more, right? Inflation. So you need to have a plan to make sure that you can do everything that you want to do for as long as you're here, and also so you can remain independent and take care of yourself, you know, if health is a concern in the future, which, let's be honest, like, it will be to some extent. So have a plan, and make sure you're looking far enough out, but also for today, having fun.
Quickly then, you have an offer for our viewers who want to learn more.
We have the Retirement Wishlist Workbook. It's good. It's a checklist. I like checklists, and it gets you into the frame of mind. And let's think about this stuff. It's overwhelming, and people are like, there's so much to think about. Well, that's a hard place to start. So let's just make one decision at a time. Let's talk about this stuff, the important, serious stuff, the fun stuff, and let's have a plan. And, like, make sure that you do it. So you can go to moneywisdomtv.com. We'll get it to you, and I think it'll hopefully make you excited about this stuff, because you're probably in a better position than you think you are. But if you need some feedback on that, talk to someone who can give you some feedback on that, who doesn't do it once, who does it thousands of times. So moneywisdomtv.com, we'll get it to you. It's free. Have fun.
Great, awesome. Thank you as always, Eric, and that will do it for this edition of Money Wisdom. For Connecticut's Morning Buzz, I'm Jillian Andrews. We'll see you next time.